Captain Liam stood at the edge of the landing platform, staring at the alien city of Zyphera. The tall, shimmering towers glowed in colors he had never seen before. The sky was a mix of soft green and purple, and strange birds with translucent wings flew gracefully above. Liam felt a mixture of awe and nervousness. This was his first official mission to contact an alien civilization, and the stakes were higher than ever. His small human team followed behind him. There was Mara, a scientist who studied alien biology, Derek, an engineer who could fix anything, and Nina, a linguist skilled in understanding new languages. They had landed safely, but every step into the alien city felt like walking into a puzzle they did not fully understand. As they moved forward, the streets seemed alive. Structures shifted slightly, as if responding to their presence. The team noticed symbols glowing on walls, patterns that changed colors when someone passed by. Mara whispered, "These buildings, they are not just structures. They might be alive in some way." Liam nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and caution. Suddenly, a soft hum filled the air. The team froze. From between two glowing towers, a figure appeared. She was taller than any human, with glowing blue skin and eyes that reflected the entire city. Her presence was both beautiful and intimidating. She wore a long robe made of light, and her movements were graceful, almost floating. "I am Queen Orina," the figure said. Her voice was calm but powerful. "You are far from your world, human. You wish for peace, yes?" Liam's heart raced. He had expected to meet the leaders of Zyphera, but not in such a sudden and dramatic way. Liam stepped forward carefully. "Yes, Your Majesty. We come in peace. We want to understand your people and your world." Queen Orina tilted her head, studying him. "Understanding is valuable," she said. Then, she took a step closer. Her eyes locked on his. "But peace comes at a cost. If you want peace for your people, human, then marry me." Liam froze. He could not speak. His mind raced. Marriage? Him? To an alien queen? It sounded impossible, like something from a dream or a story. His team looked equally shocked, glancing at each other in disbelief. Mara whispered, "Did she really just say that?" Derek shook his head, unable to find words. Nina looked like she was trying to translate, but no human words could make sense of the situation. Liam's training kicked in, but even then, he felt paralyzed. He had studied diplomacy, negotiation, and leadership, but nothing had prepared him for this. The queen was towering above him, glowing softly in the alien light, and she seemed to expect an answer immediately. Queen Orina's expression did not change. Her gaze was steady, almost like she could see into his thoughts. "Do you understand what I ask, human?" she asked. Liam swallowed hard. He nodded slowly, though he was unsure what to say. "Yes. I understand," he stammered. His words sounded weak, even to himself. He wanted to explain that humans were not used to marriage as a political tool, that alliances could be made in many ways, but before he could speak further, Orina raised her hand slightly. "Then do not speak yet. Observe. Learn. Feel the meaning of my request," she said. Then, without another word, she turned and floated away, leaving a trail of shimmering light behind her. The team stood in stunned silence. Finally, Derek broke the quiet. "Well, that just happened." Mara shook her head. "This is beyond anything we studied. Marriage? Why would a queen ask a human to marry her for peace? There must be a reason. Some custom we don't know." Nina added, "In their culture, marriage may not mean what it means for humans. It could be symbolic, a way to show trust or unity between species." Liam ran his hands through his hair. He felt both fear and responsibility. If this was truly about peace, then his actions could determine the future of his entire planet. He looked back at the glowing city, the towers shifting subtly as if watching them. He knew he had a choice to make. Panic would not help. Hesitation would not help. The first step was to understand Zyphera and Queen Orana's intentions. He turned to his team. We need to learn everything we can about this world and her people. We need to understand her request before making any decisions. Mara nodded. Agreed. But we should be careful. One wrong move could endanger all of us. As they cautiously moved forward, Liam could not shake the image of Queen Orana. Her glowing eyes, her calm but commanding presence, and her unexpected offer haunted him. He realized that this mission was no longer just about exploration. It was about survival, diplomacy, and understanding a civilization far beyond human imagination. The streets of Zyphera seemed to guide them toward a large plaza in the city center. Strange light patterns danced on the ground, and the air smelled faintly sweet. Small creatures scuttled in the shadows, observing the humans curiously but making no hostile move. In the center of the plaza, a massive statue of Queen Orana shimmered in the alien light. Liam paused, feeling a strange mixture of awe and respect. This was a world where leaders were revered not just for power, but for their wisdom and connection to their people. And Liam understood, perhaps for the first time, that he had walked into a place where humans were not the center of the universe. He took a deep breath and spoke quietly to himself. I need to be brave. I need to understand. And I need to make the right choice, for my people. The team followed him, each step careful and deliberate. The mission had changed in an instant, from peaceful exploration to a test of courage, wisdom, and diplomacy. Liam knew that the real challenge was only beginning, and that the Queen's offer was the first step in a journey that could reshape the future of both humans and Zypherans. As the sun, or what Liam thought was the sun, set in the green-purple sky, the city lights glowed brighter. Somewhere in the shadows, Queen Orana watched them. And Liam knew that the moment he had frozen in fear would soon demand a response, one that could change everything. The morning sun on Zyphera cast long, glowing shadows across the city streets. Captain Liam and his team walked carefully through the alien city, still absorbing the events of the previous day. The Queen's offer hung over them like a strange, impossible cloud. Marriage for peace, it was not something Liam could fully understand yet. But he knew he had to approach it carefully. Mara examined the surroundings with fascination. These buildings, they seem alive. Did you notice the walls move slightly when we passed yesterday? She whispered. Derek nodded, his eyes scanning every structure. I've never seen architecture like this. It's advanced, but there's something organic about it. Almost like the city is thinking. Nina, carrying her translator device, looked thoughtful. And the people, or creatures we've seen so far, they don't act like humans. Their gestures, their speech, even the way they move, it's all part of their culture. We need to be very careful not to offend them. Liam nodded. He understood the importance of diplomacy. One wrong move could end this mission before it even started. We need to learn the customs first, he said. We can't make assumptions. Orana's offer might not mean what we think it means. Just as he spoke, a group of Zypheran advisors appeared. They glided toward them without hesitation, their robes shimmering in soft light. Each carried a small device that projected patterns into the air. The patterns formed shapes and symbols, creating a language Liam could not yet read. One of the advisors spoke, and the translator device beeped, providing a rough translation. Captain Liam, you are invited to observe the ceremony of welcome. It is a way for humans to understand Zypheran culture. Queen Orana wishes you to attend. Liam exchanged a glance with his team. Mara whispered, this could be a chance to learn about their customs before responding to the marriage offer. Derek nodded. Agreed. But we need to remain cautious. Everything here could be a test. The team followed the advisors to a massive structure that seemed to grow from the ground itself. The walls pulsed with light, and the floor shifted gently as they walked, as if welcoming them. Inside, hundreds of Zypherans were gathered. Their bodies glowed softly, and their eyes reflected the patterns around them. Liam could feel a strange energy in the room, a sense of awareness that was almost alive. A voice filled the space, calm and melodic. "Welcome, humans. You are guests in our world. Observe and learn, for understanding is the first step toward peace." The ceremony began. Creatures moved gracefully, creating shapes in the air with trails of light. Music-like sounds, produced by no visible instruments, filled the hall. Liam watched in amazement. The ceremony was beautiful, but it was also confusing. He did not understand all the meanings behind the movements, the lights, or the sounds. Morrow leaned close. "This isn't just art. This is communication. Every movement, every light, tells a story." Liam nodded. He realized that the Zypherans expressed ideas in ways humans could not immediately understand. Words alone were not enough. After the ceremony, Queen Orina appeared, her presence as powerful as ever. She approached Liam calmly. "Do you see, human?" she asked. "Our people value understanding above all. Peace is not only a choice. It is a responsibility. To join in peace, one must understand fully, not only through words but through thought and feeling." Liam felt both nervous and intrigued. "I understand, Your Majesty," he said carefully. "We want peace, and we want to learn your ways. But your offer, marriage. I am not certain I understand its meaning." Orina's eyes glowed softly. In Zypheran culture, marriage is not only personal. It is symbolic. It binds two worlds together. It shows commitment to shared understanding and trust. It is not just between two individuals. It is a promise to work together. Nina whispered to Liam, "So it is not necessarily romantic. It is a way to unite our civilizations." Liam nodded slowly. The weight of the offer still pressed on him, but at least now he understood that refusing carelessly could endanger more than just himself. Later, Liam and his team met with the Zypheran scholars. They were eager to explain more about their customs, their history, and their values. Liam learned that Zyphera had survived countless conflicts over centuries. The people of this world had grown wise, cautious, and deeply connected to their environment. Their leaders, including Queen Orina, were respected not for power alone, but for their ability to see the bigger picture. Mara was fascinated. They value thoughtfulness and clarity. Every decision is carefully considered. Even your offer, it is a test of judgment and understanding. Liam nodded. He realized that he had to think carefully about his next steps. Acting out of fear or impulse could harm humans and Zypherans alike. That evening, as the sun of Zyphera dipped below the glowing horizon, Liam reflected on the day. The alien world was beautiful, but it was also complex. He could not rely on human instincts alone. He needed patience, careful observation, and a willingness to learn. Orina appeared before him once more. "You have observed our customs, human," she said. "Now, you must show your understanding. Peace requires more than words. It requires trust, courage, and the willingness to see beyond your world." Liam bowed his head slightly. "I am ready to learn, Your Majesty. I will do my best to understand and honor your ways." Orina's eyes glowed brighter, a sign of approval. "Then you begin the journey toward true peace. Let it be known that this path is not easy. Many challenges will come. But you are not alone. Your heart, mind, and courage will guide you." The humans returned to their temporary quarters that night, exhausted but filled with awe. They had witnessed a culture unlike anything on Earth, a civilization that valued connection, understanding, and wisdom above all else. Liam understood that every choice now carried weight far beyond himself. As he lay down to rest, his thoughts returned to Queen Orina's words. Marriage for peace. Trust. Understanding. Courage. It was no longer just a strange offer, it was a responsibility. one that could determine the future of both human and Xipheran worlds. Liam closed his eyes, knowing that the next day would bring new lessons, new challenges, and new opportunities. He would have to prove that humans were capable of understanding, respecting, and working alongside a civilization far older and wiser than his own. The morning light on Xyphera was soft and golden, reflecting off the city's shimmering towers. Captain Liam woke early, knowing that today would be different. Queen Orina had made her intentions clear. To prove that humans could be trusted, he would face a series of tests designed to show courage, wisdom, and empathy. This was no ordinary diplomatic mission. Every action he took now could shape the future of his people. Liam gathered with his team in the courtyard outside their quarters. Mara checked her equipment, making notes on alien flora and structures. Derek adjusted his tools, ready for any technical challenge. Nina studied her translator device, preparing for the complex communications they might encounter. A soft hum filled the air, signaling the arrival of Xipheran advisors. They glided toward the humans, their robes shimmering in the morning light. One of them projected glowing symbols into the air, which quickly formed patterns Liam could understand through his translator device. Captain Liam, the advisor spoke, Queen Orina has designed challenges to show the strengths of humans. These tests are not only for you but for your entire civilization. Approach them with care, thought, and honesty. Liam nodded, taking a deep breath. We are ready. The first challenge began in a large arena surrounded by crystal walls. Inside, holographic images of Xipheran citizens appeared. Some were in danger, trapped in situations that required problem-solving and quick thinking. Liam realized immediately, this was a test of empathy and judgment. A holographic figure of a small Xipheran child was surrounded by shifting energy patterns. The advisor's voice instructed, rescue without harming the balance. Liam moved forward carefully. He remembered his training in emergency response and negotiation. He observed the energy patterns, noting how they moved in response to his actions. Using a combination of careful steps and logical planning, he guided the holographic child to safety without disturbing the surrounding environment. The child smiled, and the holographic image dissolved. The advisors nodded in approval. Liam felt a rush of relief. One test done, he said quietly to himself. The second challenge was more complex. It involved understanding alien technology. A machine hovered in the center of the arena, its purpose unknown. The lights and symbols shifted rapidly. Derek stepped forward eagerly, examining the device. It's a puzzle, he said. We need to figure out how it works without breaking it. Liam and his team studied the patterns. They tried several methods, testing each carefully. After several attempts, Derek identified the logic behind the device. It required a balance of timing, pattern recognition, and teamwork. Working together, the team solved the puzzle, activating the machine and causing a display of glowing light to fill the arena. Queen Orina appeared from the shadows, her presence calm but commanding. You and your people demonstrate thoughtfulness and cooperation, she said. These are qualities we value. But wisdom also requires insight and moral clarity. The third challenge was different. Liam was led to a chamber filled with mirrors. Each mirror reflected a different version of himself, showing fears, doubts, and uncertainties. A soft voice echoed in the room, to succeed, you must face yourself honestly. Liam's heart pounded. He saw his fear of failure, his worry for his team, and his concern for his planet. He realized that the challenge was not about physical skill but self-understanding. He stepped forward, acknowledging each reflection quietly. I am human. I make mistakes, but I learn. I care for my people. I will act with honesty and courage. The mirrors glowed and then faded. The advisors reappeared, nodding in approval. Liam felt a strange sense of relief. He had passed a test that no one else could measure, understanding himself. The fourth challenge focused on leadership. A simulation showed humans and Zypherans working together to solve a crisis. A sudden storm threatened a village, and Liam had to direct both species to safety. Communication was difficult. Human voices sounded harsh and confusing to Zypherans, and their gestures were misinterpreted. Liam took a deep breath. He remembered the lessons of observation from the ceremony. He used clear, simple commands, pointing and signaling to show direction. He coordinated with both humans and Zypherans, adjusting to their responses. Slowly, the simulated village was safe. The advisors watched silently, then nodded in approval. Finally, the last challenge involved creativity. Liam and his team were presented with a blank area filled with strange, floating materials that responded to thought and movement. The task was to create something that represented harmony between humans and Zypherans. Mara began arranging materials, forming patterns inspired by human nature and the alien city. Derek added structures showing cooperation. Nina contributed symbols representing understanding. Liam focused on balance and unity, weaving their efforts together. As they finished, the creation glowed softly, symbolizing harmony and shared purpose. Queen Orina appeared once again. Her eyes reflected pride and curiosity. "You have shown courage, wisdom, empathy, and creativity," she said. "Your people have qualities we did not expect. Humans are capable of understanding, of thinking beyond immediate needs, and of working together with others. These are the signs of a species worthy of alliance." Liam felt a mixture of relief and pride. He had feared failure, but the challenges had revealed the strengths of humanity in a way he had never imagined. He also realized that the Queen's tests were not meant to trap him, but to teach him and her people about trust. The day ended with a quiet moment between Liam and Orina. She did not speak at first, simply observing him. Then she said, "You have shown much, human. You understand that peace requires more than words. It requires action, thought, and heart. Remember this as you consider the path ahead." Liam bowed slightly. "I understand, Your Majesty. I will continue to do my best, for my people and for yours." As the sun set over the alien city, the humans returned to their quarters. Liam reflected on the day's events. The challenges had tested every part of him: his mind, his heart, and his spirit. He realized that humanity's strength lay not only in technology or power, but in courage, understanding, and compassion. Mara smiled, exhaustion and excitement in her eyes. "I never thought we would learn so much about ourselves in a single day." Derek nodded, still amazed by the technology and challenges they had faced. Nina added, "And the Queen's tests, they are teaching us patience and observation. These lessons will help us in the days ahead." Liam lay down that night, thinking of the glowing towers, the soft lights, and the Queen's eyes. He knew that more tests awaited him, more decisions that could affect the fate of two civilizations. But for the first time, he felt a quiet confidence. Humans had shown their worth. They had proven that courage, thought, and heart could bridge worlds. The sun rose over Zyphera, casting soft green light across the alien city. Captain Liam awoke feeling a mix of anticipation and caution. The previous day's tests had been demanding, but they had shown him and his team that humans could earn respect on this world. Yet Liam sensed that the path to peace would not be as simple as passing challenges. There were forces at work beyond the visible, and he knew that danger could appear at any moment. After breakfast, Liam gathered his team. "Today, we continue learning about Zypheran culture," he said, "but stay alert. Something tells me there's more going on here than just tests." Mara nodded, adjusting her equipment. "I've been scanning the surrounding districts. There are unusual energy fluctuations. It could be natural, or it could be something else." Derek frowned. "You mean someone might be trying to sabotage the peace process?" Liam didn't answer. He wanted to wait for more information. The team left their quarters and walked toward the city center, where Queen Orina had asked them to observe a council meeting. The streets were busy with Zypheran citizens, all moving with their characteristic grace and calm awareness. The city seemed alive, aware of every action and presence. Inside the council chamber, Liam noticed tension he had not seen before. Advisors whispered in soft tones, exchanging glances. Orina sat at the center of the chamber, her eyes calm but alert. She welcomed the humans with a small nod. Before Liam could speak, one of the advisors projected a series of glowing symbols into the air. Liam's translator device struggled to keep up. Slowly, the translation appeared: "Captain Liam, your presence here may be needed. Some among us oppose peace with humans. They seek to end this alliance before it begins." Liam's heart raced. He had suspected challenges, but he had not anticipated a real threat. "Who are they?" he asked. The advisor's voice was quiet but firm. "A faction within our people believes that humans cannot be trusted. They will act if not stopped. You must observe and, if necessary, assist in preventing conflict." Liam exchanged a glance with his team. They had faced simulations and tests, but this was real. "Understood," he said. "We will help in any way we can." Outside the chamber, the city seemed calm. Yet Liam noticed small signs of movement: shadows darting between buildings, symbols flickering on walls. The rebel faction was subtle, careful to avoid direct attention. The humans followed the advisors through narrow alleys and hidden passages, learning that the rebels planned to disrupt a peace ceremony later that evening. Mara scanned the area with her instruments. "They are using energy devices," she whispered. "They could cause serious damage if they activate them during the ceremony." Derek frowned. "We need to stop them before that happens." "But how? They're hidden, and we don't know their numbers." Liam thought quickly. "We use observation first. Watch their patterns, see how they communicate. Then we act decisively. We can't risk unnecessary conflict, but we also can't allow sabotage." Hours passed as the team followed subtle signs of the rebels' movement. Liam learned to read the energy fluctuations, noticing shifts that indicated hidden passages and secret signals. The rebels were clever, but humans had creativity and flexibility that Zypherans did not expect. Liam began to anticipate their moves, guiding his team silently through the city. Finally, they found the rebels near the ceremonial plaza. The energy devices were set up, glowing faintly with potential danger. Liam whispered to his team, "We act carefully. Disarm them, but don't confront them directly unless necessary." Derek stepped forward, using his engineering tools to safely deactivate the devices. Mara scanned for additional traps, while Nina monitored communication signals to intercept any instructions from the rebels. Slowly, they neutralized the threat without anyone noticing their presence. Queen Orina arrived at the plaza shortly afterward, unaware of how close disaster had come. She surveyed the area, then turned to Liam. "You have done well, human. You prevented harm without revealing yourself. You have shown judgment and courage. These qualities are rare." Liam bowed his head. "It was teamwork, Your Majesty. We could not have done it alone." Orina's eyes softened. "Indeed. Humans have shown ingenuity and foresight. Your actions today have protected not only our people but the possibility of peace itself." The council reconvened, and Liam observed as Orina spoke with her advisors. The rebels' plan had failed without causing panic. Liam realized that this was the true test of leadership and diplomacy, acting effectively in moments of hidden danger while preserving trust and calm. Later, Liam and his team returned to their quarters, exhausted but proud. "I never thought we would face something like that on our first real mission," Derek said, shaking his head. Mara smiled, though fatigue showed on her face. "It's more than a mission now. We've seen how fragile peace can be, and how much effort it takes to protect it." Liam sat quietly, reflecting on the day. He realized that Queen Orina's request for marriage was not just about ceremony or symbolism. It was about trust, courage, and responsibility. Humans had shown they could act wisely under pressure, but the journey was far from over. That night, as the city lights glowed softly against the green sky, Liam looked out over Zyphera. He could see the plaza where the ceremony would take place, now secure and ready. He thought about the rebels, the hidden dangers, and the delicate balance between caution and action. He understood that peace required vigilance as much as courage. Queen Orina appeared at the window, her presence calm and luminous. "You have protected what is most precious, human," she said. "Peace is not only a promise. It is a path you must walk carefully. Many will challenge it, but those who are brave and wise will succeed." Liam nodded silently. He felt the weight of her words. The mission was more than tests or ceremonies. It was about real danger, real choices, and real responsibility. Humans had shown strength, but the future required constant care, strategy, and understanding. As he prepared for sleep, Liam made a vow to himself. He would continue learning, observing, and acting with courage. He would protect his people, honor the Zypherans, and show that humanity was worthy of trust. The path would be difficult, but he was ready to walk it, step by step. The city of Zyphera glowed under the soft green and purple sky as Captain Liam walked through the streets with his team. The events of the past days had left him cautious but determined. He had faced tests, challenges, and even hidden threats, yet each moment had taught him something new about the Zypherans and their world. Today, he sensed, was different. Today, the path toward trust and connection would grow stronger. Queen Orina had invited Liam to the central garden, a place few humans had seen. The garden floated above the city on platforms of glowing crystal. Strange plants swayed gently, their leaves emitting soft lights that responded to movement and sound. Small creatures with delicate wings flew among the flowers, adding to the peaceful atmosphere. "Welcome, Captain Liam," Orina said, appearing gracefully at the entrance. Her luminous eyes reflected the garden's colors, and her calm presence filled the space. "I wish to show you a place that is dear to my people. Here, you may learn more about Zyphera and its heart." Liam nodded, feeling both awe and responsibility. "Thank you, Your Majesty. It is beautiful." Orina gestured toward a floating pathway. "Walk with me. There is much to observe and understand." As they walked, Liam noticed the careful design of the garden. Every plant, every light, every movement seemed connected. Orina explained that the Zypherans valued harmony not only in society but in all aspects of life. "We do not separate ourselves from our world," she said. "We understand that every action affects the whole. Humans are learning this through your actions, Captain." Liam listened closely. "We are trying, Your Majesty. We want to understand your people and your world. We want peace." Orina paused near a glowing pond, watching the reflections shimmer on the water. "Peace is not given. It is earned through trust, respect, and courage. You have shown courage. You have shown care. Now, we must build trust." Over the next hours, Orina introduced Liam to small groups of Zypherans. They communicated through gestures, expressions, and patterns of light, which Liam and Nina worked hard to understand. The humans began to see the intelligence and wisdom in even the simplest interactions. One Zypheran child approached Liam, curious and unafraid. Liam knelt slowly, offering a hand. The child touched it gently, their glow pulsating softly. Liam felt an unexpected warmth, a connection that went beyond words. "Hello," he said simply. The child's glow brightened, and Orina smiled quietly. "This is the essence of our people," Orina explained. "They are not afraid to connect, to trust, to explore new friendships. You must learn this too, human." Liam spent the afternoon learning Zypheran games, puzzles, and practices. Mara and Derek observed, taking notes on the alien biology, technology, and behavior. But Liam found himself most drawn to the small interactions, the way the Zypherans observed each other, listened carefully, and acted with kindness and patience. By evening, Liam and Orina found a quiet spot overlooking the city. Lights shimmered below, and the soft hum of the city created a peaceful atmosphere. "Captain," Orina said softly, "you have shown more than intelligence and courage. You have shown care for my people and respect for our ways. This is rare, even among my own." Liam felt a mix of pride and humility. "I am only trying to do what is right, Your Majesty. I hope that my actions can show humans are worthy of trust." Orina studied him carefully. "Trust is earned through consistency, through patience, through honesty. You have begun this path, but you must continue. Learn from us, and we will learn from you. Only then can two worlds truly connect." They spent the night in conversation, sharing stories of their respective worlds. Liam spoke of Earth, its struggles, and its achievements. He explained how humans had built cities, explored space, and yet often failed to understand one another. Orina listened carefully, nodding. "In Zyphera," she said, "we have learned that understanding is the foundation of all growth. Without it, power and knowledge mean little. You and your people have potential. You have shown that potential through your actions." The bond between Liam and Orina grew slowly but steadily. Trust was forming, not just political trust, but mutual respect and understanding. Liam realized that the Queen's unusual offer of marriage was not merely symbolic or political. It was an invitation to connection, to bridge the gap between two very different civilizations. In the following days, Liam continued to observe and learn. He assisted in coordinating small projects with Zypheran engineers and citizens. He helped solve problems, share ideas, and demonstrate human creativity. Each action, each solution, earned him respect and deepened the connection with the Queen and her people. Mara noticed the change in him. "You are becoming part of this world, Liam," she said quietly. "Not just as an observer, but as someone who truly understands and contributes." Derek agreed. "It's remarkable. You've earned trust in ways none of us expected." Liam smiled, feeling both responsibility and hope. "It's not just about me. It's about showing the best of humanity. If we can do that here, maybe it can inspire more cooperation on Earth too." One evening, Orina invited Liam to a ceremony in the central garden. It was not the marriage ceremony, but a smaller gathering meant to honor his efforts. Zypherans of all ages participated, demonstrating appreciation for the humans' work. Liam observed the joy and unity among the alien citizens. He felt proud, yet humbled. After the ceremony, Orina approached him. "Captain Liam, you have begun to show the depth of humanity. You have acted with care, understanding, and patience. These are the qualities that will sustain peace." Liam bowed slightly. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I will continue to learn and to act wisely." Orina's eyes softened. "This bond we form is fragile but powerful. Trust, once earned, can grow stronger than fear. You have taken the first steps, human. Now, continue walking the path with courage." As Liam returned to his quarters that night, he reflected on the journey so far. From the initial offer, to the tests, to the hidden threats, he had learned more than he ever imagined. He had seen both the dangers and the beauty of connection between species. Most importantly, he had begun to understand the power of trust and bonding. He realized that the Queen's request was not simply about marriage. It was about unity, understanding, and mutual respect. Liam felt a quiet determination. He would continue to learn, to act wisely, and to show humanity's best qualities. The road ahead might be difficult, but he now understood that connection and trust were worth every effort. The morning of the ceremony of choice arrived with a calm light over the city of Zyphera. Captain Liam felt a mixture of nerves and determination. Today would be the moment where he would have to make a decision that could shape the future of both humans and Zypherans. The Queen's unusual offer of marriage was no longer just an idea, it had become a symbol of peace, unity, and understanding. Liam walked with his team to the ceremonial plaza, a grand area of glowing crystal that hovered above the city. The plaza was surrounded by towers that reflected soft colors into the sky, and the air was filled with a gentle hum, as if the city itself was alive and aware. Zypherans had gathered in large numbers, their bodies glowing softly and their eyes reflecting curiosity and anticipation. Queen Orina awaited him at the center of the plaza. Her presence was calm, confident, and radiant. She gestured for Liam to step forward. "Captain Liam," she said, her voice echoing softly across the plaza, "today you will show your commitment to peace, to understanding, and to unity. This ceremony is not for us alone, it is for the future of our worlds." Liam took a deep breath. He remembered the challenges he had faced, the tests of courage, the hidden threats, and the days spent learning about Zypheran culture. He thought about his people, the team that had supported him, and the responsibility that lay on his shoulders. The ceremony began with a display of light. Thousands of glowing symbols appeared in the air, forming patterns that represented history, unity, and connection. The symbols danced slowly, creating a bridge of light between Liam and the Queen. He realized that this was a physical representation of trust. The ceremony required more than words, it demanded honesty, understanding, and courage. Queen Orina approached Liam, her eyes soft but steady. "Do you understand what this choice means, human?" she asked. "It is not a matter of power or duty alone. It is a promise, a bond that shows the willingness of your people to walk the path of trust and cooperation with us." Liam nodded. "I understand, Your Majesty. I see now that this is not about me alone. It is about showing humanity's best qualities. It is about peace, trust, and unity." The Queen gestured toward the assembled Zypherans. "You will speak your choice openly, in front of our people. Speak with clarity, honesty, and courage. Let your heart guide your words." Liam stepped forward, feeling the weight of thousands of eyes upon him. The plaza was filled with light and soft hums, and the air seemed alive with expectation. He took a deep breath and began to speak, his voice clear and steady. "I stand here today not only as a representative of humans but as someone who wishes to show that our species is capable of understanding, courage, and compassion," he said. "We have faced challenges, learned your ways, and witnessed the strength and wisdom of your people. I am honored to stand before you, and I accept this bond as a symbol of peace, trust, and cooperation between our worlds." A soft glow spread through the plaza as his words resonated. Zypherans murmured softly to one another, their lights pulsing with recognition and approval. Liam felt a wave of relief and hope. He had spoken honestly, and the message of trust and unity had reached the hearts of those around him. Queen Orina stepped closer, her eyes reflecting pride and approval. "You have chosen wisely, human. You have shown courage, honesty, and understanding. This choice marks the beginning of a new era, one that will be remembered in both our histories." The ceremony continued as the glowing symbols formed a circle around Liam and the Queen. The circle represented unity, connection, and shared responsibility. It was a visual promise that humans and Zypherans would walk the path of cooperation together, with mutual respect and care. As the ceremony reached its peak, the crowd of Zypherans joined in a quiet hum, a sound that resonated deeply within Liam. He felt a profound sense of connection, not only to the Queen but to an entire civilization. He realized that the bond formed today was more than symbolic, it was real, powerful, and capable of shaping the future. Queen Orina spoke once more. "This bond is not only for today. It is a commitment to continue learning, understanding, and acting with courage. Humans have shown that they can rise to the challenge, and we will walk this path together." Liam nodded. "I promise, Your Majesty. I will do my best to honor this bond and to show the best of humanity. Together, we can create a future of peace and cooperation." The ceremony concluded with a final display of light. Symbols of unity, trust, and connection floated into the sky, fading slowly as the plaza filled with a soft glow. The crowd of Zypherans clapped, their lights pulsing in appreciation. Liam felt a mixture of relief, pride, and awe. The moment he had feared, the moment that could change everything, had arrived, and he had responded with honesty and courage. After the ceremony, Liam walked with Queen Orna through the central garden. The glowing plants and floating lights created a calm, peaceful atmosphere. "You have done more than I expected, human," Orna said quietly. "You have shown wisdom, courage, and compassion. These qualities will guide your people and ours toward a future we both desire." Liam smiled. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I could not have done it without the support of my team and the guidance of your people. I have learned much, and I will continue to learn." Orna paused, her gaze softening. "This bond is only the beginning. Trust must be nurtured, understanding must grow, and actions must follow words. But today, you have taken the first and most important step. You have chosen wisely, and the future of our worlds is brighter because of it." As the sun set over Zyphera, casting soft green and purple light across the city, Liam reflected on the day. He had faced fear, uncertainty, and responsibility. He had learned about an alien civilization, overcome challenges, and shown humanity's strengths. Today was not only a victory for himself but for all humans. He knew the road ahead would still have difficulties. Challenges, cultural differences, and unforeseen threats would come. But Liam felt confident that humans could meet these challenges with courage, understanding, and respect. As he watched Queen Orna oversee her people with calm authority, Liam understood the meaning of the bond they had formed. It was a symbol of peace, a commitment to cooperation, and a promise to act with wisdom and care. The morning light on Zyphera was calm and bright, reflecting softly off the floating crystal towers. Captain Liam walked through the city with a quiet confidence. The ceremony of choice had passed, and the bond with Queen Orna had been established. Today, however, was not just about celebration, it was about beginning the work of unity and cooperation. Liam's team followed closely, each member observing the city with renewed awe. Mara's eyes scanned the glowing plants, noting their energy patterns. Derek adjusted his equipment, preparing for collaborative work with Zypheran engineers. Nina checked her translator device, ready to assist in communication between species. All of them felt the weight of responsibility, but also hope. Queen Orna met them in the central garden. Her calm presence seemed to radiate strength and understanding. "Captain Liam," she said, her voice soft but firm, "you have shown courage, wisdom, and respect. Today, we begin a new chapter. Humans and Zypherans must work together to strengthen our bond and prepare for the future." Liam nodded. "We are ready, Your Majesty. We want to learn, to contribute, and to build a lasting partnership." Orna led them to a platform overlooking the city. From there, the humans could see the full scale of Zyphera, floating gardens, glowing towers, and citizens moving gracefully through streets that pulsed with soft light. "This world thrives because of connection," Orna explained. "Every action affects the whole. Humans must understand this if our bond is to succeed." The first task was practical. Liam and his team were asked to help construct a new communication hub that would link human technology with Zypheran systems. Derek's skills were invaluable as he worked alongside Zypheran engineers to integrate human devices into alien systems. Mara observed plant life that powered parts of the hub, ensuring harmony between technology and nature. Nina facilitated communication, translating complex concepts so both species could collaborate effectively. Liam supervised the work, carefully balancing human efficiency with Zypheran mindfulness. He realized that cooperation required more than skills, it required patience, listening, and respect for different ways of thinking. Slowly, the hub took shape, glowing softly as systems aligned and lights pulsed in synchronized harmony. As they worked, Orna walked beside Liam. "You have shown humanity's potential," she said quietly. "Through courage, understanding, and cooperation, you have earned trust. But a bond is not maintained through deeds alone, it grows through shared experience, communication, and care." Liam nodded. I understand, Your Majesty. I will continue to act with thoughtfulness and honesty. I want this partnership to succeed. The humans spent the next few days learning Xipharan customs and contributing to various projects. They explored floating gardens, studied energy systems, and assisted in city planning. Each activity reinforced the bond between species. The people of Xyphara began to see humans not only as outsiders but as partners, capable of understanding, creativity, and compassion. During a quiet evening, Liam walked with Orina along a bridge suspended above a river of glowing water. The city's lights reflected on the surface, creating patterns that shifted with every movement. Captain Liam, Orina said softly, the bond we have formed is more than a symbol. It is a living connection. It will require care, thought, and courage from both sides. Are you prepared for that responsibility? Liam looked at her, feeling the weight of his role but also a deep sense of purpose. I am, Your Majesty. I will do everything I can to honor this bond and show the best of humanity. Orina smiled faintly. Then together, we can face whatever challenges may come. Our peoples can grow stronger, united by trust, understanding, and shared goals. In the following weeks, Liam and his team helped organize cultural exchanges, workshops, and collaborative projects. Humans taught Xypharans about Earth technology, human creativity, and problem-solving. Xypharans shared their advanced energy systems, societal balance, and deep connection with nature. Each interaction built trust, understanding, and mutual respect. One afternoon, Liam observed a small group of Xypharan children interacting with human children who had accompanied the mission. The children laughed, explored, and communicated through simple gestures and shared play. Liam realized that the true foundation of unity lay not only in diplomacy or technology but in connection at every level, human to Xypharan, leader to citizen, heart to heart. Later, Orina invited Liam to a private garden in the palace. The soft glow of plants and floating lights created a calm, serene atmosphere. Captain Liam, she said, your actions have not only earned trust but inspired hope. Both our peoples can now see a future where understanding and cooperation are possible. This is the true meaning of the bond we share. Liam felt a quiet sense of fulfillment. It is an honor, Your Majesty. I hope we can continue to grow this bond, for the sake of both our worlds. Orina nodded. We will, human. Trust is not given once, it is nurtured through shared experiences, care, and constant effort. Today is only the beginning. Tomorrow, we will face new challenges, but together, we will succeed. The city of Xyphara glowed softly as night fell. Liam looked out over the floating gardens, glowing towers, and streets filled with calm, connected citizens. He felt a deep connection to this world, its people, and its queen. The bond was no longer a strange promise, it was a living reality, one that required courage, thought, and heart. That night, Liam reflected on the journey he had undertaken. From the initial shock of the Queen's offer, through tests, challenges, hidden threats, and the ceremony of choice, he had grown not only as a leader but as a representative of humanity. He realized that the strength of humans lay not only in technology or intellect but in courage, understanding, and the ability to connect with others across differences. Queen Orina appeared at the window, her presence calm and luminous. You have shown the best of humanity, Captain Liam, she said. Together, we will face the future. Together, our worlds can grow stronger, wiser, and more connected than ever before. Liam nodded, feeling a mixture of pride, responsibility, and hope. Yes, Your Majesty. Together, we will walk this path. The soft glow of Xyphara's lights reflected on the floating crystals, creating a peaceful, hopeful scene. Liam felt that, despite the challenges ahead, a new beginning had truly arrived. Humans and Xypharans were no longer strangers or distant worlds, they were partners, bound by trust, courage, and shared understanding. And as he looked toward the glowing horizon, Liam knew that this bond, nurtured with patience and care, would guide both species toward a future filled with peace, hope, and endless possibilities. The story of Captain Liam and Queen Orana, of humans and Zypherans, had reached a milestone. It was a story of courage, wisdom, and trust, a story that would continue as both worlds moved forward, together, into a bright and shared future.